Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Akarshan, and today I'm going to tell you about few things related to being a sales manager, how you are going to act, what you are going to do, and how you should handle any particular situation. So over here, I have prepared a slide presentation PPT basically, which is I have obtained from the Forage. This is the website, the Forage. And here I have used Pepsico mini project job simulation. So Pepsico is the company, it makes different kind of beverages and chips and snacks. So I have used that mini project job simulation. And here what we are going to do is that we are going to learn by knowing and acting on such simulation. We will be provided by some challenges, obstacle, and we are going to figure out how we are going to tackle those situations. And by the way, yeah, forage means it is a word in English. It just simply means that search widely for food or provisions. So this website Forage provide you with job simulations where you can learn before joining the company or before going into any particular domain, sector, or any field. So you can get a beforehand knowledge and experience as well. You can use it in your resume. You can highlight it, and you can learn a lot. Going to the next slide, here we have this job simulation for sales manager. So who you are going to act as a sales manager, not a sales associate or any other thing, but a sales manager. The very first thing we are going to learn is that how we are going to create a selling pitch. If you are a sales manager, your primary goal is to learn how I'm going to talk to people and we are going to sell something to them, how we are going to do that. So basically, there is a challenge that as a sales manager, I am a sales manager and I have to deal with a store manager. I have to sell something to that store manager. We will see in the challenge part that what exactly is the problem and how we can tackle it. Second part is manage your sales associate. So you are a sales manager, which means there are subordinates who are working below the hierarchy. So you have to manage them. Sometimes they are frustrated, sometimes they are over enthusiastic. So you have to uh, help them. You have to understand what is going through their mind and help them to perform better. Ultimately, their performance will highlight your performance, and your performance will highlight the company's performance. If they are happy, you are happy, the whole company is happy. Profit, profit, profit. Going to the next part, leadership development framework. So basically, this particular framework is taken from PepsiCo itself, and they have developed this framework. Whosoever work for PepsiCo, they go through such a certain training, and such training help them understand that how they are going to do something. So they are going to tell us about like this PepsiCo company tell us about utilizing Grade 5. GRE85. It is basically an acronym GRE80 Great and 5. I will tell you what they are. So very first one is growth. Simply means you are going to learn something what has happened in the past and you are going to use that data or that learning for your present scenario. Also, you are going to understand that those trend or that particular scenario, how is it going to translate into future? For sake of time, we can say quarter on quarter or year on year basis or financial year, howsoever. Second thing is that pushing outside of the comfort zone. So if you are going to sell something to one store manager, so you can have a meeting and you can close the meeting. But you need to push outside of your comfort zone. This was only your task. But what you are going to do, you are going to try to find more such clients, more such store managers to whom you can talk to, convince, and sell more products. Remember, the more you sell, the more money you make. Of course, it depends on different thing, but more or less, this is the primary idea. It is subjective, yes, but more or less, that's the primary idea. That's the growth. Then comes relationships. So how is your relationship with your client, your relationship with your client, your associates, your manager. Although you are a sales manager, but someone is also above your hierarchy. Someone is below your hierarchy. Someone is your colleague who is at the parallel level. And your clients. Maybe it is B2B or B2C, or maybe government is involved. So it depends your relationship. You are going to build a rapport. How you are going to do it? So you need to understand that you need to operate with integrity, transparency, and authenticity. Authenticity. Transparency, integrity, and authenticity, it can be subjective depending upon your client, but this should be on a certain level with your colleagues, with your subordinate, and with your upper hierarchy of authorities, leaderships. Then comes execution part. You are going to execute something, so you need to demonstrate energy, enthusiasm, and inspiration. You are the manager. People are looking up to you to learn something and to get the bloody job done. So you need to be energetic, even if you feel low someday. But no, once you are in that suit, or once you are in that, let's say, building, you are the manager now. You are the sales manager. Be the one, be the champion. That is it. Now, so you need to simplify the complex task. Doesn't matter how complex the things are. You need to use all your skill to simplify it, chunk, break them down into smaller chunk, and go for the quality results. Then comes the part agility. It simply means adapting to the changing business environment. Right now, AI is taking over. So you just need to be smart enough that how you are going to leverage that AI. Instead of getting scared, try to find ways. It may take you time, it may take some time, but you need to figure out, talk to people, research, ask the AI itself. So that was basically an example. I'm not going to tell you about the AI, but that was an example. Suppose there is a competition. If you are in the Pepsico, maybe Parley is your competition. So you need to figure out what they are doing and how you can supersede them, how you can exceed, and how you can win, how you are going to manage the pressure. Then the last part is thinking. So thinking basically means from where you are thinking. Are you thinking from a perspective of a 90-year-old man or a 10-year-old kid or a 50 or 40 or 50-year-old middle-aged man? Or is it a woman or is it some other gender? It depends. Is it a third world nation or a developing country or a developed country? You need to understand the audience, the customer, the industry, the competition. Think globally. Look at the wider perspective, the different shades, different spectrum of the prism. You need to look through everything. You need to have the holistic perspective to make an informed decision. So this is the great five. G means growth, R means relationship, E means execution, A means agility, T means thinking. Then comes the part, this is the challenge one, securing incremental display despite initial refusal. So what has happened is that your company, maybe your subordinate, your associate, has contacted a certain store manager, and you have told them, or your company has indirectly told them, that we want to sell a product through them, but they have refused. There could be n number of reasons. They may tell you the reason or may not, but you have to figure out, and you have to make this thing happen. So this is your challenge. Challenge one, securing incremental. That is the first part, which means you have already made a sale maybe last year to that particular person. Now you need to increment it, which means you need to resale through them, not to them, but through them. Second, despite initial refusal. So you have already been refused. You have this true information that you had made a sale last year, or maybe previously, and right now it is being refused. Now, this is the problem. A sales representative's request for an incremental end of aisle display for a new popular snack flavor was initially rejected by the new store manager at a big box account. And this is the other part, you can read it. However, I have already told you that what's the main problem. So what you are going to do? So this is the seasonal rush, which means you are going to use the upcoming event. For instance, if there is a summer season in India, what you are going to do? You know the temperature goes till 45 and 50 degrees Celsius. You are not going to sell heater to them. You are going to sell AC to them. So this is the seasonal rush. If there is a monsoon, sell the umbrella, sell dehumidifier, sell raincoats, right? If there is winter, sell certain food which people prefer to eat in cold weather. In the same way, if there is an IPL match, you know, people, who is the audience in the IPL match? Youngster, mostly youngster. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. This is your age. Male, female, mostly male. Some female, yes, but mostly male. Will they get thirsty? Yes, sell them cold drinks. Sell them water. Will they eat only cold drink? No, they might want something to snack upon, so sell them chips. Advertise accordingly. Marketing. You need to focus on marketing as well. But right now, that is the another part. I was giving you the reference and the example. Here, this is the another part. So, what is our goal? Our goal is to secure an incremental display for a popular new product. What is at the stake? A major consumer event is rapidly approaching, a prime selling window, maybe an IPL event. I'm talking about the context of India, but in this particular challenge, it is for maybe for US or a different country. What is the opportunity? Capitalize on the new product popularity and ensure continuous availability. What is the roadblock here? The store manager has refused a preferred display location. What is my role? As a sales leader, I am the manager, I am the leader. Support the field representative, which means your subordinate who is the sales associate, and transform the initial refusal into an approval. Get the bloody job done. So we need to focus on this particular part, on the roadblock. This is the primary thing we need to focus on. So, well, the store manager has said no. So we need to find out why. Why the person has said no. Right, there has to be some reason. Is there some bad experience, or there are some ethical values, or whatever it is? We need to focus on that. What the value system we have hurt the sentiment feeling, or our product is not up to the mark, or what is it? We don't know. How we going to know? We are going to ask them politely, humbly. Arrange a meeting, ask them. If you know the region, then only you will be able to find the solution. So here is the scene. Our field representative visited the account last week. The account store manager, they visited. The ask requested a prominent end of aisle location for an incremental product display. This is what we asked for. The manager responded that, a store manager I'm talking about, no, that space is reserved for a different product category. So we need to do two things here. First, find why the product which is replacing us is not that good than our product, and how our product will be beneficial for the store manager, and how ultimately it's going to help us as well. So field representative feeling discouraged but still believes the request location is idle. Profit is on the stake. What is my next step as a sales manager? Schedule a meeting with the store manager through preparation, though preparation is crucial. So now creating the sales page. This is the main part. How we are going to create the sales page. What to include? What type of display our company used in the store section last year for similar seasonal event? What happened in the past? Right? Use the GREAT grade 5. Use it here. What type of display our company used in the store section last year? Last year's sales, was it profitable? What was the revenue? How well we performed? That's why we are interested, right? We performed well last year. That's why we want to continue that, make more profit. Projected market share growth of our product this time. So we have some data analytics, and we figured out this is the probability. This is the highest possible number which we can sell. Projected number of bags of our product expected to be sold this year. Solution. The sales manager reviewed the company core value, the way and the leadership framework, grade 5, which I told you earlier. Prepare a data-driven selling pitch. So focus on the facts and the figures, the trends, the graphs, numbers. Try to be as accurate, precise as possible. Tell them about what happened in the past, what is your expectation this time, and what could happen in the future. Tell them every single thing which has been beneficial for the company, for the store manager, and focus on the win-win situation, which means a double thank you moment, which means I'm doing something which is benefiting the other party. In return, the other party is doing something and it is ultimately benefiting me. So it is a double thank you moment. It is a win-win situation. Act accordingly, create the pitch, make and frame the sales pitch in that certain way. Now, technique to use for sales pitch. Data-driven selling, as I told you earlier, use the graph, use the number, figure, list, different kind of bars, bar graph, pie chart, whatever feels right. Use the sales figure. Focus on the profit, focus on the revenue, focus on everything. Second, understanding the customer need. I told you identify your audience, customer, and how you are going to sell something to them. It depends on their demand, on their need. Either you create the need or you understand what is their existing need. Then comes collaborative problem solving, which means we are collaborating right with the store manager. We are telling them that this is the product which we have and you have the place where the product can be sold. So we are collaborating. Then value-based leadership. So every company have their own sort of value-based leadership. That's why every company is unique and not the same. Here Pepsico is using grade 5 and the way. Then objection handling and reframing. So this is another second crucial part in the selling. Objection handling. People will say no to you, or people will ask you different question that why your company and why not other company, why your product and not other product, and why should I use any product at all. So you have to frame the situation in such a way, you have to frame your sales pitch in such a way, and if required, reframe it, right? Don't take a no for an answer. Acknowledge their refusal, but do not take no for an answer in such a way that try to convince them. Don't force, try to convince. Be polite, be humble, present the facts and the figure. If they will see value and if they will see money and profit, they are going to ultimately say yes. So focus on that part. Uh, you don't need to create panic and you don't need to be rude. But at the same time, don't take no for an answer. Just for the sake someone said no and you said, okay, fine, bye. No, 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 don't do that. They say no, ask them why, figure out a solution. Going to the next part, sales pitch format. So what you are going to do? You do the first thing? You greet them. Good morning, good evening. Hello there. My name is Akarshan. So the gratitude. Thanks for agreeing to this meeting. Thanks for joining the meeting. Like that, greet and show gratitude. Tell that you are excited, right? Of course, you are excited. That's why you are there. Tell them. Make them feel comfortable. Make them feel that the room is full of great aura, great energy, and why this is the fantastic opportunity. Tell them what happened last year and how it was beneficial back then and how it is going to be beneficial this time as well. What is the forecast? Data driven, or how you have used the data. Don't go into technical details because the store manager may not know the Power BI or may not know data analytics, SQL. Don't go into technical part. Tell them the outcome. Accept that they may have other plans. Of course, this is the refusal part. This is the part where they say that, hey, I'm not going to do it, right? Objection handling. But you need to convince them that no, what I am saying is right because of the following reasons. Tell them it's a win-win situation. Ask if they are ready to win together and allow us to proceed. Now, this is the example. What you are going to say, let's say the name of the store manager is Sherry. So what you are going to do? How you're going to do in the like what you're going to do in the meeting, maybe a virtual meet or maybe in person meet. You are going to greet like, "Hi Sherry, we appreciate you taking the time to meet us today. We wanted to discuss a fantastic opportunity for big box, especially with the Super Bowl just 6 weeks away." So it's like some IPL kind of event. Similar, it's not cricket event, but Super Bowl is kind of similar event which happens in United States. It's a sports or similar to that. Now, second part is that we are incredibly excited about the performance of our new Doritos Flaming. So this is the product pitching. This is the new product, and you are excited about that, and you are going to tell them that this performance is outstanding, best in the world. Tell them about what happened in the last year. Tell them about the numbers. You can see here that 2,110 bags of Doritos were sold. This time you are expecting some increment. 2,400 bags of Doritos would be sold. So you're going to make a lot of money. Tell them how. This is the another part. Amari is your sales associate. So yeah, she told you that what is the plan of the store manager. So you are not asking all the question. You are telling that you already know these things and this is the solution. Do not make them talk initially unnecessarily. You tell everything, then start asking question and tell them what you need. It should be double way communication, means two-way communication, but initially you need to tell them that you are prepared. So you're not going to say that you are prepared, you are going to show that you are prepared. Then once that part is over, here comes the challenge number two. Overcoming sales representative overwhelmed to execute display setup. So your associate, your subordinate went for, let's say, selling some product, but he or she failed. That person comes back to you and says, "I am frustrated, I am devastated, I am dehearted, I don't want to do anything else right now." The sales representative felt overwhelmed and stressed due to an increased workload. This is a common practice nowadays in India and US. Workload is high. You need to work 70 hours a week. You can revolt, but it is what it is. Find a way to climb the stairs and remember the words of Marcus Aurelius that whatever it takes, win. Once you win, no one is going to dethrone you. But make sure that you win. So, but anyways, coming back to the topic, sales representative felt overwhelmed, right? Stressed out, doesn't want to do work, or is thinking of taking a leave. Fine, understand him, understand the situation, acknowledge the situation, motivate the person, tell them that it is what it is. Use the technique of David Goggins. Callous your mind, in that way motivate, also provide solution. It's so don't be like a politician that who provides only motivation and doesn't provide solution. Most of the politicians do that. I'm not against the politician, but this is the reality. What you need to do is that motivate them by telling them the solution and how we can devise a mechanism to reduce such pressure, and if we can't reduce the pressure, at least how we can handle them. Right, there is a technique. Selling has been the phenomenal thing in the world happening since the origin of the trade system. May it be barter system or currency based system, whatever it is, right? Everyone is selling something. So people have already devised the mechanism. You are the manager, which means you have the experience. So you know the techniques. Use those techniques, tell that those techniques to your subordinates, your associates. Then what is the solution exactly? Acknowledge the representative's feeling. Clear actionable plan. Sit with your subordinate. Tell them how you would have done that work. Then tell them that do that work according to their own skill set. But this is the pathway. Use the specific timeline, which means you are going to cut down the complex task into small chunks and you are going to set the time that at this particular time we are going to do this work and we are going to set the meeting, we are going to do the pitching, we are going to get the deal closed, seal the deal. As a sales manager, you need to be proactively offering and committing to the additional team. Like what you're going to do, tell that associate that there are other people as well who are going to help. You are there as a sales manager, you are going to help, and there are other people as well. Find the support system and provide it to that associate. Techniques, what we are going to do is empathetic leadership, right? You need to be empathetic. You were sales associate one day, now you are a sales manager, so you already know what a sales associate goes through. Do that. Be a good leader. Don't be a boss, be a leader. Validate their feeling, build rapport. Then a clear communication and plan. You are a sales manager, use your experience, use your skill set, use your network, in fact, talk to people, use the resources. Then delegation and support. Offer concrete assistance, right? Motivating and empowerment. I have already mentioned this part. Proactive problem solving. Solve the problem. Figure it out. Take the responsibility and make them feel comfortable. Make them strong enough that they think that they are capable of solving the problems. So, as a manager, it takes a lot. It's like a parent, like parenting. Console, plan, and motivate. That's it. Now, this is the pitch. This is the thing how you are going to talk. This is the conversation. You can read it by yourself. Like you are going to tell that we have a great news that we are going to seal the deal. You did incredible job, and I understand there are certain things you are going through. This is the challenge, how we are going to tackle it. So you can read all these things in these bullet points. Then you are going to tell the plan, right? You consoled the person. Now you are telling the plan. Also, you are going to motivate. You can pause the video and say it here. This is the part of motivation. You are telling that you are going to sit with them for creating the sales pitch. You are going to tell that there exists support system who's going to ultimately help. Also, if the time comes, I will personally pitch in. Then ask that, do the sales associate have any other question, any other doubt, any other confusion, any other stress point? And we are going to burst that bubble of stress. And that's it. Thank you. My name is Akarshan. You have been a great audience. See you next time. Until then, stay healthy, stay awesome.